You say the U.S. doesn't believe in climate change, but we're the only country doing anything about it. Explain yourself.
Well, it's just something that I've noticed over the past several years. Democrats and climate activists have just been saying, but do you believe in climate change? Do you believe in it? Well, believing in it or not, what's important is that you actually do something about it. And the U.S. is one of the only country that's actually reducing these greenhouse gases that are supposed to destroy us all in 10 years. Of course, they're supposed to destroy us 10 years ago and 10 years before that, but they keep trying to threaten us. And President Trump and the U.S. in general is mocked constantly for pulling out of the Paris Accords, not signing on to this G20 statement, which are both non-binding agreements. Meanwhile, some of the countries that have signed on to it, China, their CO2 emissions are up 1.7%, India up 1.5%, France is up by 3.6%, and probably a lot more with all the burning cars there in the past week. U.S. is actually down 2.7%. We're actually abiding by the agreement, doing much more than the rest of the world is, and we're the only ones attacked because of our beliefs. It's just rather silly. We care more about the environment than they do, and the way that we're cleaning up the environment is through the free market. It works much better than government.
It does. And by the way, you're absolutely correct that climate change criers have been warning us for decades now that we're going to face imminent destruction if we don't, I think, give all of our money to the UN. Isn't that the prescription for solving this? But one of the things that they threatened us with about 20 years ago was that Southern California, where I'm sitting right now, would be flooded with inland seas. We'd be completely destroyed. And every time I talk about climate change, I look around me just to make sure that I'm not sitting in a rowboat, because they warned of that devastation and it hasn't come true, just like all of their other warnings.
Oh, exactly. And when I was a little kid, I remember in first grade, we lived outside of Chicago, and our teacher scared the heck out of us, showing a map showing how our entire neighborhood would be covered in glaciers because of greenhouse gases, of course. That's why. And they were bad for a different reason, because we were all going to freeze to death. Well, my mom said, don't worry, we're moving to Arizona in the summer, so you're good. So I went, okay, well, that's a relief. Those people are going to be frozen, not me. And imagine my surprise 20 years later when, no, we got it backwards. We're all going to boil to death. And the solution is the exact same thing. Give government more power, give them more money, and somehow we'll magically fix it.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.